I see there's a question there from Lynn.
Yes. So Lynn has asked a question regarding one of her friends. Her friend has PTSD. She was assaulted while in service and ended up having some sort of flashback and cut a girlfriend of hers, was convicted of, now has a felony. How does having being a felony or having a felony on your record affect your opportunities after you transition out?
Good question. And Lynn, I'm very sorry about your friend's situation. I think a lot of veterans will sympathize with the fact that she probably didn't feel in control of her actions. I myself have PTSD. I struggled with it for a long time. It's been a wonderful experience for me. It hasn't affected me the way it affects other veterans. So I'm definitely not able to relate to that particular part of the PTSD issue, but I know it affects veterans in very, very different ways. For me, it was a way that it helped me enhance my senses, and it helped me really be more accurate. I'm very intense in my purpose, and everything I do with that same intensity. I need to do it right away. But to your point, I think that the series of misfortunes that happened to your friend and got her to where she's at, they don't limit her from getting a job. They limit her in some ways from being employed, depending on the state laws. And I'm not the qualified person to talk about that. We should probably have some guests invited to talk about how does a felony affect job requirements and acceptance. For example, if she wanted to get a government job, that would be difficult, as you know. If she wanted to get a job with a company like X Corp, it would be difficult too, because we have to run a security background, financial background, personal, criminal record, and we hire 90% of our people have to have a clearance. So she's off the market in those areas. But there are other areas, social worker and social services will be very, very blessed to have someone like her who can share how her experience helped her overcome the situation she went through. And so the question really comes back to what I keep preaching. You have to know who you are. What happens to you in life doesn't keep you from actually achieving your goal. It may put a chip on your shoulder, or it may put a burden on your back. And no question that what she went through is very difficult to just fathom. And she has now been convicted of a felony, but it doesn't preclude her from pursuing opportunities in one or two or more of these tracks that I just talked to you about: the employment, entrepreneurship, international, education, wounded warrior, retirement, because she has to explore them in order to know what are the options out there. A lot of times, being labeled as a felon just has a connotation to it, and you just can't overcome that. I would encourage your friend to reach out to the nearest military veteran organization, the BFW, the American Legion, the AM Vets, to name a few, and really seek a community of fellow veterans who can support her in her transition from that particular stigma. And then from then, I would ask her to really consider exploring some of our videos where we talk about first figuring out who you are, assessing your position, and then deciding what you can do based on those subtracts. I guarantee you that there's got to be at least one felon out there who overcame this. So I know she can too.
And Lynn points out, Cesar, that her friend has been taking the steps. She has completed an anger management class with her PTSD.
Outstanding.
So she's showing that she's no longer that threat. She's working through that, and this is part of her journey of finding out who she is.
Bingo.
So
Bingo.
we applaud her and her efforts.
Lynn, definitely give your friend, please, a copy of this link and let her know that I'm here. I'll be happy to show. If she's in Virginia, I'll be happy to meet her at a local Starbucks, a Panera, depending on where she's at, to help her out. And I mean that. Folks out there know that I will meet with veterans anywhere I go in the U.S. where I have a business meeting or a conference to sit down and have what I call a simplified breakfast and just chat about what's keeping them up at night. And so I can't fix her problem and I can't get her a job. I can't guarantee that. But I can assure you that when we're done talking, she will know herself better and we will have a plan that she can follow. It sounds like she's doing all the right things though. And it sounds like you're a very good friend. So don't let go of that rope. You know, keep that link with her and let her know that we're here to support her because we never leave a veteran behind. Simplify.
Right.